What's up, high ticket affiliate marketers, coaches, course creators, entrepreneurs, and pretty much anyone that sells anything online? How you doing? My name is Jamie Gardner, and what I'm going to go through in this video is how to develop your big promise. That is to be able to go and attract the leads and the clientele that you want to work with, and how you can leverage that as part of the rest of your business. That flows into your offer creation, flows into your positioning, flows into your authority building, flows into your client acquisition in general. So let's dive into it. Now, before I get into that, actually back up a sec. This is not going to be edited. I'm just going to throw the raw file out. That's me, like the international symbol for throwing raw files. I don't know why I need to point left or inverted, so right. Anyways, what's up, guys? My name is Jamie Gardner. This part of my channel is all about me documenting what I'm currently doing in my business, hopefully helping a few of you out along the way. Not to, claim bragging rights or anything, but I have done a bit of stuff online, been around for about 12 years in an affiliate marketing capacity, digital ad strategist, coach, got 900 plus students across a couple of programs. I've sold millions of dollars worth of stuff. Got some awards up there, which is pretty cool. So feel free to hit the subscribe button and follow along. This is about as fancy as my channel's going to get, apart from the odd video here and there where I get all fancy and good lighting, all that type of stuff. Anyways, so what is the big promise? Now, before I get into this, like I say, when you develop your big promise, this is going to be what you're leading with in terms of your positioning in the marketplace. It's going to be what you're going to lead with in terms of the actual offer itself. Basically, the entire crux of your business is built around what your initial front end promise is and how you can serve people, right? So I just got this little worksheet. I'm going to give you guys access to a templated one. It's really just a list of questions for you to go through in your own time. So feel free to do that. And of course, if you're interested in any point to get some further assistance with your business, what I do is I help folks take a very simple Facebook group, turn it into a money-making machine. And it's relevant if you're a coach or a course creator, high-ticket affiliate marketer. It's a really, really simple 5-step process, which I'm going to reveal here in this very document, if you will. Right, so first and foremost, you really need to consider who you can help. So for me, I've narrowed it down: high-ticket affiliate marketers and coaches. Obviously, this is where I've got most of my success from, is high-ticket affiliate marketing. Something that I've really hammered home to my people for quite some time now is once you learn how to craft an offer, go through a really chilled out sales process, sell some stuff, position yourself in the marketplace as the expert, it's going to allow you to transcend just affiliate marketing, right? You can become a coach. That's where most people end up in this Facebook organic space. They usually just become coaches and as an extension of what they were doing in the affiliate marketing game. However, you can become a course creator. You can become a consultant. You can take that skill set and then use it for something completely unrelated. And I'll give you guys a real quick story. My wife has been working with me for around about 3 years now. She's actually been helping me with my business. And prior to that, she was in interior design for around about 14-ish years, something like that. And so I said, look, you're probably going to go through this phase at some stage where you feel like you've lost a sense of identity. If you come from corporate world where you've been doing all this stuff for ages to then go and help me, and basically you're just this anonymous person that helps me out with my brand, you kind of lost a little part of yourself in some ways. You might want to consider using the skills that you've been building to then go and do some stuff online. Like, we've got the skills and resources, we've got the knowledge, like we can figure stuff out. Like, let's go and do it, right? And so then she's gone out and just completely, absolutely blown up her own Etsy store, which is incredible, on a very specific product, which I'm not going to name right here on this particular medium. But she's absolutely crushing it and growing, and that is going to turn into a new income stream, which is really, really nice. And what we found, so here's something really interesting, actually. There was a point to my story. The interesting thing is the average conversion rate for this particular niche is around about 2%, which is okay. But with a little bit of offer creation, some clever marketing, and some really good copy that we put together, it converts at 6 to 8%, which is just insanely high, right? So basically means she doesn't need a ton of traffic, she doesn't need a ton of clicks on her page, because people are just buying based on the copy and the offer and all that type of stuff, which, like I say, transcends affiliate marketing. Anyway, sorry, random story for you guys, but there you go. There is practical applications outside of that. So, right. The other people that I help are mainly coaches. Of course, I could extend that out to consultants, whatnot, but all my content is related to affiliate marketing. All the stuff that I do is related to affiliate marketers and coaches. I thought, cool, that's me. That's how I'm going to help folks out. Right? How exactly can you help these people out? In my case, how can I help these people out? Right? So it comes down to, first and foremost, simplifying the high ticket acquisition process, right? So instead of needing to spend months and months and months and months nurturing a lead and seeing if it's the right thing for them, blah blah blah, I've got a really streamlined process. I've been able to close leads literally in 3 hours from cold into a low ticket, and 27 hours from ice cold, never heard of me before, to buying my high ticket stuff at 3 to 5K plus, which is pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. Now, it also allows you to attract more sales through a very simple nurturing process. And it's kind of like almost like force feeding a nurturing process on folks. Is really, really powerful. And I've never seen anything work quite as efficiently as my group monetization. I call it my community conversion method for acquiring high ticket clients, right? So it works astronomically well. I go through how to craft high ticket offers that convert. So if you don't want to jump on a call, for example, a lot of people are a bit afraid to get on a call. I don't know why. I really don't get it, but anyway, a little bit afraid of that, and so therefore we offer a situation where you can literally just lob over a Google Doc to someone that does a bunch of your selling for you. So I help with that type of stuff. I go through how to monetize your group. So if you've got an existing audience, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I can actually help with in terms of cash flow strategies in order to extract cash out of your audience. Is really cool. Also go through how to create content that attracts your ideal client. One of the things that you need to learn as a coach, high ticket affiliate marketer, course creator, blah, 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 is you can't serve everyone. You can't help every single person out there. It'd be great if you had that capacity, but we don't, right? And so what you need to do is you need to polarize your audience. You need to push away the folks that you can't serve. Now, for me, one of the ways that I do that is I inject humor. Not everyone is going to relate to the way that I speak. Not everyone is going to understand me. Not everyone is going to relate to my zany ways of doing things. But what I do know is that the folks that stick around get some incredible results, right? So that is why I do it. And that's just part of who I am as a person, which is kind of cool, right? It means you don't really need to pretend to be something you're not. The other thing that I do speak of quite often, and you guys have probably already heard me say this within this video as well, is I sell high ticket stuff, right? We're talking, I mean, my low end is $1,000 as a starting point. I do have payment plans for certain things, but it goes up to 3,500 and 5K and 7.5 for my one-on-one, and then $12,000 for my year-long packages, things like that. And so when I'm talking about that stuff, this is just one simple little way that you can polarize your audience. You push away the folks that are like, oh, that's expensive, no thanks. And then I'm like, well, cool, I can't help you anyway. Like, if you can't see value exchange, then that's, we're not going to be in alignment. So anyway, little side topic, but that's one way that you can polarize your audience. That's how I actually help folks do it. And you can close, 2 to 3 sales per week using my simple X step. I haven't figured that out. It's actually 5 steps. I worked it out, which I'll show you later on. My CCM process, my community conversion method, which is pretty cool, right? It's literally just 5 steps, and it just works like absolutely crazy. Now, for you, that might be something different. Now, this is going to be applicable for people in the weight loss niche. If you're, like, say, a coach in health and fitness, or dating, for example, there's going to be elements of this, and you've got to figure out what is the core thing that you can help folks with, and obviously start writing a couple of examples of how you can actually do that, right? What are your major things, major hooks that you can get out there that are going to help folks out? The other thing as well is you got to think, what is a false assumption, a current frustration, a current task that they don't like doing that you can remove? What's a burden of process that you can remove from your offer, right? Which is, again, is going to, like I say, we're doing promises here, but it's going to tie into your offer itself, right? How can you alleviate some of that pressure that someone's feeling by having to go do a specific task within their business or within their life in general, right? Now, if you're talking affiliate marketing, and again, it's going to depend on where that person is in their journey. They might be brand new, in which case they might need a little bit more education through this process. So what task are you taking away, or what frustration? Well, the frustration for them might be that they are brand new to high ticket affiliate marketing. They just don't know where to turn. It seems really complex. And these, like I say, are all assumptions. Okay, so I'm going to add that in there. What frustrations or false assumptions? Let's add that one in there. What assumptions can you remove from them? So an assumption is you need a funnel to build a high ticket business. Now, yes, I get the irony of winning an award for surpassing $1 million through a single funnel. However, you don't need to start there. This is something that I teach inside my Ultimate Marketing Mastermind. I'll leave a link below if you want to check out the free case study for that at any stage. Having said that, you don't need to start with one, right? It's more important to understand the mechanics behind how you can position yourself, how you can get in front of the right prospects, how you can create content which resonates with them, and then in a really, really chilled out way, sell stuff at a high ticket level, right? That in itself is more important. And then you start adding layers on, right? And then it's like adding fuel to the fire. Anyway, so what am I removing? I'm removing complexity in process. There is no complex parts. It's literally just a Facebook group. You put traffic into the Facebook group and it goes through that mechanism like silly putty, and they come out as high ticket buyers on the other side. Uncertainty on what to do, right? So many high ticket affiliates and coaches are like, great, I'm a coach. Now I'm going to market myself. And they're kind of like, well, what do I do now? So this is a step-by-step process. It shows you the 30,000 foot view of how you would build things out, right? It's pretty cool in that regard. Also reduces long drawn-out sales cycles, right? So I've literally sold folks within 27 hours to a high ticket offer. One of my students was able to do that in 36 hours for a 3K deal. So it can happen really, really rapidly for this type of stuff as well. Now, having said that, I probably could go in there, like, for example, no need to start with complex tech, right? What else? I can put in, what else? Long drawn out sales cycles. What other frustrations? What else do people not like doing in their coaching business? Having to spend months building out automations only to wonder why they haven't made sales, right? A few things. Now, what results are you getting for your clients if you're a coach? And if you are a high ticket affiliate marketer, you don't have any results of your own yet, that's absolutely fine. Leverage the results that come from the program. Now, the way that you do that in a way that it's not like, hey, look at me, I'm made a sale. This is definitely my screenshot. It's not. It's totally not. You don't need to do that, right? It's called deferred credibility. And the way that that would work is quite simply you take the wins that are coming from the program. So if someone's had $1,000 a day, for example, or a $5,000 a day, or a $5,000 a week, or $10,000 a month, whatever it is, you're congratulating that person publicly. Hey, congratulations, Sally Joe. I don't know, I made that name up. Apologize if I'm offending anyone's name here. Congratulations, Sally Joe, for having a $1,000 a day. So stoked to be part of this unique opportunity. Can't wait to see others succeed with this. Drop a comment if you'd like me to reach out and explain how this could potentially work for your situation, right? So you're basically deferring that credibility, and it's basically where you're the gatekeeper between that. Now, when I first started doing this stuff, I would be really nervous. I'd blank out people's names, and it came from a place of deep insecurity and fear. I'd blank out the names like, oh, no, Sally Joe. It's like, oh, I'll just leave it blank. Like, cool, congratulations. Look, another sale coming from this program that I'm part of. Because I was worried that they would bypass, the prospect would bypass me, and they'd go straight to Sally Joe. Now, the truth of the matter was, I didn't realize this because I was too caught up in my own insecurities at that time to realize that, hang on a minute, I'm the gatekeeper between that, right? So I'm the one that's built that relationship with them. Even if they go there, it very rarely happens, right? And so what would tend to happen is people would come to me because I'm the gatekeeper between that and the program. Like, cool, well, I've just started, and I'm just kind of like building the stuff out at the moment. But like, if you want to get some information on it, here you go. This is all these other people that are absolutely crushing it. I should be there, not too far away myself, right? So, in my case, what results? Had $50,000 months online, which is kind of cool. The process that I'm using with my community conversion method, it allows me to close, and look, this, please understand, like, this is not this is the definite number. It happens all the time like this. Understand that full transparency, this is going to waver, right? I took this on the back of, I took these stats, sorry, on the back of a really good month where it just felt like literally I would like half type a little offer on my hand and throw it out into the wind like an offer, and people would be like, oh my God, here's some money, like amazing. And it was ridiculous, right? And so therefore, of course, it's an outlier month. Understand that sometimes going to be lower, all right? Don't buy the hype. Just important, but it can happen. And I've also seen other students of mine absolutely crush it. One dude had 43 people in his group, was making, I think he made $4,300 worth of deals with just that small amount in his group, right? So you don't need a huge amount to make good income from the stuff, right? Has happened as quickly as 3 hours for a low ticket offer. Literally, person never heard of me before, knew when they joined my group that they were after some specific type of solution. They went through my process, which this part of it was actually automated. Bang, they're a low ticket buy, $50 or whatever it was, right? 3 hours, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. It has happened with other things, with other warm audience members, where I've closed multiple sales, made $500 to $1,000 in 23 minutes, right? It's ridiculous. When you have that level of depth of relationship with your audience, it's amazing what you can do. Right. What else? That person later on ended up buying, and I calculated it was actually from never heard of me before, joined my group, hopping on my $3,000 offer, was 27 hours, right? So it can happen really, really, really quickly because you're condensing everything down into this process. You're not waiting for months for them to build rapport and blah, blah, blah. It happens really, really, really quickly, which is kind of cool. So that is another way that I'm getting results. Multiple awards. I've given out awards for surpassing $10,000. I think maybe 5 or 6 of those. I've got awards for surpassing $50,000, awards for surpassing $100,000 since joining my program, which is kind of cool. And again, check the link below if you're interested in checking that out at all. 2 Common Club Award recipient, $1 million through a single funnel. So I've got that. That's pretty cool. Hundreds of students. I've got 2 different programs, 900 plus students across both of those. Hundreds of those students are making sales, which is really, really freaking cool. Many students now succeeding with their own coaching. We've had all sorts of crazy things happen with their own coaching, scaling to 500K in 18 months, scaling to 300K in 2 years, like all sorts of random stuff. Is really, really cool. And look, confession, transparency, not all of it is singularly my results. A lot of the folks that I help, they have other mentors, all that type of stuff. But often there is a tweak that they deploy from my material, or there is an understanding that they didn't have before that they now have, which has allowed them to accelerate massively off the back of that, right? So anyway, after all that, you've got to figure out, well, what is your hook? And so I just played around with a couple of things there. So in my case, see how high-ticket affiliate marketers and coaches are using this simple 6-step community conversion process to simplify and scale to $10,000 to $30,000 months without lengthy sales cycles, wasted ad spend, or pointless content. There are so many people out there. Pointless content. What's the point of it? Like, oh, okay, I think I need to do a Snapstagram today. Like, I'll go and put that out. And then what? Like, does it do anything? Right? And so therefore, if we're able to eliminate some of that stuff, ease the burden of process for the stuff, bang, now I'm going to offer. Yeah, you can run ads if you choose to, but you don't have to, right? Simplify and scale your high-ticket affiliate or coaching business and scale to $10,000 to $30,000 months with my simple 5-step community conversion method. And then I'll just draw out what those specific steps are. So it is literally 5 steps. Connect, right? Super easy. Connect with a person that is interested in the same stuff as you. Targeted lead generation. It's not like going out there and hoping, oh, please go viral, which, by the way, I've seen a lot of people go viral and they just cannot monetize on the other side of that. There is a big, massive gap, and there's a big misunderstanding about the idea of virality and how all of a sudden, oh my God, I'll just go viral and I'll make $1 billion, whatever. Yeah, sometimes, absolutely. But me personally, I would rather a smaller audience, but one that is heavily catered to what I'm after and how I can help them out. Build an audience, right? You need to build that equity within your audience. Attract. So you're attracting your audience. There's a 2-phase script that I've got, and it's basically an idea where you can rapidly grow your group or your community and leveraging assets that are inside the group to attract prospects, right? Really, really simple. Create some assets. You get folks in there based off that because you can leverage them over and over and over and over again. You also want to data mine. This next part of my 5 phases. So this is basically where your prospects, bless them, they are amazing. And they go, hey, and they don't say it quite in these words, but they'll pretty much say, listen, I'm struggling with XYZ. Now, even though they're not going to freely admit that, there's a specific way that you can actually extract that data from them, right? And so, unlike sales where you're just kind of like hammering this idea onto people, what you're doing is you're diagnosing. Like you're the surgeon, you've got the solution. End of the day, they're still going to have their problem, right? So if you've got a $5,000 solution, $10,000 solution over here, you need to diagnose whether that's appropriate for them, and that is a massive key, right? Rapid rapport and reconnaissance. So this is a 5-phase sales framework for profit. Really, really simple. Follow the steps. Absolutely, never seen anything even remotely close to how efficient this thing is. And I say that with a sense of ego, but it's pretty damn badass, right? Contingency cash flow strategy. So there is a backup plan, right? If you can't monetize your 3,000, your 5,000, your $10,000 offer, there's a backup plan. And there's a very specific reason why I really am a big fan of this, is that there's a little thing that's called LTV, lifetime customer value. Lifetime customer value. So anyway, moving on to conversion. Casting a wide net. And so what that means is that basically I would encourage you very, very strongly to stick with one high ticket offer, because A, it gives you a focal point. B, it helps you build a brand around something, which is really is a strong positioning move. But at some stage, what's going to happen is you're going to come to the realization that, this one high ticket offer, that person, they don't need all of that stuff. They don't need all that support in the program and the community and the blah, blah, blah. They actually just want one component of it, right? So they only want one element. They might be stuck with their content. How do I create better content? How do I become a more proficient and efficient copywriter? How do I do that? Okay. Well, bang, here you go. Here's a $200 program. Here's a $500 course, right? So now all of a sudden you're casting your net really, really wide. It's not just going, hey, I'm going to cast them only after the big fish, which is where the bulk of your cash flow is going to come from anyway, by the way. But you're also casting it like it's like a net like that. Where are we? It's like got smaller little squares to catch more fish, right? Hopefully this is making sense. Last but not least is a 2-pronged sales spear. It's like you're throwing a spear to land a sail, but it like has 2 edges on it, goes bang. Which means that coming back to LTV, lifetime customer value, you are spreading your net wider, you're gathering up the lifetime customer value, which once someone's had that transaction with you, it's easier, around about 60 to 70% more likely to buy from you based on your recommendations. That's how affiliates make a lot of cash, right? Anyway, that's it. I'm going to leave a link below to the Big Promise worksheet. I won't put all this stuff on there. It'll just be a nice little blank one like that. And you guys can go through this. Feel free to go through any of the stuff, see if there's anything there that resonates. Hopefully it all makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you do have any questions on any of this stuff at all. Otherwise, feel free to join my group, link below. And if you're interested in getting help to scale your business to 10 to 30K months using my simple framework, check out the link below. It's going to lead you to a case study, ultimatemarketingmastermind.com. And that's what we do. We help folks absolutely smash it with this stuff. So don't get left behind. I've got some pretty cool things happening at the moment inside. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys out. Thanks for joining me. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.